Buying your first home in the US can feel loud and chaotic, like a big decision you don't want to mess up, especially when you're balancing student loans, rent, and a career that's still finding its rhythm. But the real key isn't luck or perfect timing. It's following a practical plan you can actually execute week by week, with clear milestones and honest numbers you can defend with receipts. This is episode number 102 in a quiet, stubbornly practical series about money habits and building real wealth, not flashy schemes that disappear when the market shifts. We won't chase hype here. We will map a concrete, repeatable method to buy your first home, starting with your own daily money habits and ending with your closing documents. First, set a budget and a timeline that fit your life, not the latest market myth, because your plan starts with honest numbers you can live with. Your housing budget should be tied to take-home pay, taxes, insurance, maintenance, and the reality of how you actually spend each month, including small recurring costs you might overlook. Then pick a moving target date and build a small daily habit of tracking every dollar so you can see progress without guesswork, while also leaving room for emergencies. Next, check your credit score and report because lenders care about how you handle debt, how reliably you repay loans, and whether you've shown steady financial behavior over time. If your score is under 700, identify the blockers, late payments, high balances, and recent new credit, and plan a focused cleanup routine for the next several months. Take action by paying on time, shaving balances before statements hit, and avoiding new credit pulls while you're planning a home purchase, so your profile looks calmer under the surface. Understand your debt-to-income ratio, the number lenders watch most when deciding how big a loan you can responsibly manage. To lower DTI, you can pay down cards and loans, reduce discretionary spending, or look for ways to increase income even temporarily, such as a side project or a temporary raise request. Create a simple, sustainable payoff plan and apply windfalls like bonuses or tax refunds toward reducing those balances faster, so you can sleep better at night knowing the plan works. Start saving for a down payment now, but also plan for closing costs, moving expenses, and a modest emergency fund for repairs that will crop up when you least expect them. You can aim for 3% to 20% down depending on the loan, but remember that a smaller down payment often means more monthly costs from mortgage insurance, which changes the total cost of ownership. Explore options like down payment assistance programs, which can be local, state, or employer-based, and count them in your plan if you qualify because every dollar saved adds up. Get pre-approval from a lender so you know your real budget and can show sellers you're serious when you start making offers, which can give you a competitive edge. Pre-qualification is lighter but less binding, and it can give you a rough feel for your range. So use it to prepare rather than commit, especially in a fast market. Collect documents early, pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, bank statements, so you can move quickly the moment you find the right house and avoid last-minute scrambling. Learn the main loan types that often work for first-time buyers, including fixed-rate 15- and 30-year mortgages and government-backed options that relax some burdens and expand access. Understand mortgage insurance costs, such as private mortgage insurance for conventional loans or mortgage insurance premium for FHA loans, and how they affect your monthly payment and long-term cost over the life of the loan. Ask about discounts for strong credit and consider strategies like putting down a bit more now to reduce or remove PMI later when your equity grows, so your monthly payment stays manageable. Define your must-haves and nice-to-haves and keep the wish list flexible enough to account for market realities so you don't overpay for things you can change later with a bit of elbow grease. Research neighborhoods for safety, schools, commute, and future growth, then test drive options by calculating a true total monthly cost, not just the headline price. Set a realistic price ceiling based on your budget, and be prepared to walk away if a deal stretches beyond the plan you laid out, because discipline beats panic every time. When you find a good fit, make an offer with a solid earnest money deposit and clear contingencies for financing and appraisal so you protect yourself and keep options open. Keep contingencies for a home inspection, which can reveal issues that affect price or require repairs, and use that information to negotiate wisely rather than accepting the first price that comes your way. Balance speed with due diligence so you don't rush into a bad deal because you fear missing out on a fast market, and make sure you know how each term affects your bottom line. After your offer is accepted, the lender orders an appraisal to confirm value and underwriting to determine how much they'll actually lend you, which can influence your final cash needs. You'll review the closing disclosure with all fees itemized, from title insurance to recording fees, so you aren't surprised by the bottom line and can plan your funds accordingly. The closing process usually takes a few weeks to a month, during which you schedule a final walkthrough and plan for moving day without chaos or last-minute scrambles. Look for first-time homebuyer programs in your state or city, because many offer lower down payments, grants, or tax benefits that can change the math and shorten the path to ownership. Some programs are tied to certain income or property types, others are lender-specific, so use trusted sources or a lender who specializes in helping beginners navigate the landscape. Keep a running list of eligibility requirements and deadlines so you don't miss an opportunity that could save you thousands over the life of the loan and across years of ownership. Owning a home is a wealth-building habit when you treat it as an asset that grows through appreciation and steady equity over time, not just a monthly payment. If your finances allow, consider paying down the loan faster or making extra payments toward principal when the market allows you to, without starving your life or other goals. Remember to budget for ongoing costs, maintenance, property taxes, insurance, and set aside a repair fund so your home keeps contributing to your wealth and your daily life doesn't break the bank. Many first-time buyers rush, overlook maintenance costs, or ignore how rising rates could affect future payments, and that mistake can derail the whole plan if you're not prepared. Others mix wants with needs, stretch their budgets, or skip a contingency because they fear losing the deal, only to face regret later when repairs pile up. The antidote is slow planning, a clear pre-move budget, and a trusted advisor who won't push you toward a bad purchase to close a deal, because restraint now saves stress later. If you're starting now, here's a compact 6-week sprint. Week 1, pull credit and clean up errors. Week 2, save aggressively and map progress toward your down payment. Week 3, talk to lenders and get a pre-approval. Week 4, defines your budget with real numbers. Week 5, kicks off house hunting with a precise list. And Week 6 is readying an offer that stacks up against your plan and your numbers. Each week, verify progress, adjust targets, and keep a running tally of costs so the plan stays realistic and useful for the long road ahead, not just the next weekend. Buying your first home isn't a sprint, it's a patient test of discipline, filters you apply to your money, and a choice to build something durable that you can pass on someday. When you follow a concrete plan, you'll know where your money goes, what to save next, and when you're truly ready to sign, not because you fear missing out, but because you're certain. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more practical money programming, and drop a comment with your home buying goal or the part you want covered next.